Discussing about probabilistic reasoning. So in reasoning, what is happening, we are having some sentences, and those sentences we have already stored in the database. Now basically what we have to do, we have to apply some kind of decision making on those sentences. For that we are doing the reasoning. Now in case of probabilistic reasoning, there is some kind of uncertainty. Till now we have learned knowledge representation using first order logic and propositional logic with certainty. So whatever the representation schemes that we have seen using propositional logic and first order predicate logic, in those statements whatever the facts are given, all those facts are certain. That means we are sure about the predicates. With this knowledge representation, we might write A tends to B, which means if A is true, then B is true. So whatever the events that we have discussed previously, there was certainty on those events, and with the confidence we could able to say that the probability of occurrence of that event is 100%. But in case of uncertainty, we are not sure whether A is true or not. Then we cannot express this statement, and this situation is basically, it is a kind of uncertainty. So whenever there is a kind of uncertainty, that means whenever we are not able to say that the occurrence of certain kind of fact is 100%, then obviously we are not able to conclude something from those facts, and in that case we have to apply the theory of probability. So to represent uncertain knowledge where we are not sure about the predicates, we need uncertain reasoning or probabilistic reasoning. Now there are some issues, or we could say that the reason behind the uncertainty, it could be due to some kind of experimental error, or the data from where, or the sources from the where we collected the data is they are not the reliable sources. There could be equipment failure, or there could be variation in the temperature, or there could be wrong reading due to climate change. So if these things are happening in real world, so the data you collected, there could be lot of missing information in that data, or the facts that you have collected that may not be 100% true. So we could say that there is some kind of uncertainty in that data. So whenever there is a case of uncertainty, we have to go for probabilistic reasoning. That means we have to apply the theory of probability. Probabilistic reasoning is a way of knowledge representation where we apply the concept of probability to indicate the uncertainty in knowledge. In probabilistic reasoning, we combine probability theory with logic to handle the uncertainty. We use probability in probabilistic reasoning. So whenever you are using, or whenever you are doing probabilistic reasoning, you have to apply the theory of probability, because it provides a way to handle the uncertainty, that is the result of someone's laziness and ignorance. Now in the real world, there are a lot of scenarios where the certainty of information, where the certainty of something is not confirmed. For example, in some statements like it will rain today, behavior of someone from some situations, a match between two teams or two players. So whenever we see such type of scenarios or such type of statements in our daily life, we could not able to conclude that what will happen, or we are not able to make decision from these sentences. So obviously in such cases you have to go for probabilistic reasoning. These are probable sentences from which we can assume that it will happen but not sure about it. That means we cannot guarantee 100% whether this event will happen or not. So here we use probabilistic reasoning. Now, need of probabilistic reasoning in artificial intelligence: when there are unpredictable outcomes, when specifications or possibilities of predicates becomes too large to handle, when an unknown error occurs during an experiment. So whenever you face such kind of situation, you have to deal with probabilistic reasoning. Now, in probabilistic reasoning, there are two ways to solve problems with uncertain knowledge. So whenever you are applying the theory of probabilistic reasoning, you are having two approaches by which you could able to perform probabilistic reasoning. So the one method is by using Bayes rule, and this is also implemented by using Bayes theorem. So whenever you are speaking about Bayes theorem, so Bayes theorem is basically, it is one method through which you could apply or you could achieve probabilistic reasoning. So whenever you have to apply probabilistic reasoning, one method is through the use of Bayes theorem or Bayes rule, and second is Bayesian statistics. Bayesian statistics means it is by using Bayesian network, that we will discuss later. In today's lecture I will cover Bayesian rule or Bayes theorem. Now, what exactly is the probability is? Probability can be defined as a chance that an uncertain event will occur. It is the numerical measure of the likelihood that an event will occur. The value of probability always remains between 0 and 1. So whenever you are dealing with the theory of probability, whatever the values are coming, the values range between 0 and 1. So it can be defined as 0 less than equals to probability of occurrence of an event A less than equals to 1. If the value of the event is 0, that means there is total uncertainty. That means the occurrence of an event A is 0. And if the probability is 1, that means there are 100% chances. That means with the confidence of 100% we can say that the occurrence of that event is sure. If the chances are 0, then the value of probability is 0. If the chances are 100%, then we could say that the probability of that event is 1. Now here is a formula of probability. Probability of occurrence of event can be defined as number of desired outcomes and upon total number of outcomes. We can find the probability of an uncertain event by using the given formula, that is, the probability of occurrence of an event is equals to number of desired outcomes upon total number of outcomes. And if you add these two things, that means the probability of not occurrence of an event and the probability of occurrence of an event, and if you add these two numbers, if you add these two things, then you could get the value 1. Now there are some terms which we use in probability. First is event. Event is each possible outcome of an variable is an event. then we are having a sample